We're diving into one of the most mysterious and talked about coins in U.S. history, the 1967 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. If you're between 30 and 70 and thinking of selling some old coins, you won't want to miss this. Let's find out if you're sitting on a fortune. In 1967, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents. These coins featured President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse or front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse or back. Made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, these pennies weighed about 3.11 grams. Now here's the interesting part. None of the 1967 pennies have a mint mark. That's not a mistake. That year, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks on purpose to discourage coin hoarding during a coin shortage. Coins were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but you won't see a D or S on them. Every 1967 penny looks like it came from Philadelphia, even if it didn't. So why is this coin rumored to be worth $1.7 million? Great question. Let's clarify something. Most 1967 pennies are only worth 1 cent, maybe 2 to 3 cents for their copper content. But collectors always look for errors, rare variations, and pristine conditions. That's where the value skyrockets. Striking errors, off-center designs, double dies, especially on In God We Trust or Liberty. High-grade uncirculated condition, MS 67 or higher. Unique coin provenance. One such coin was rumored to be graded MS 67 plus red, a nearly flawless coin, and reportedly sold through a private auction for over $1.7 million. This is believed to be due to its ultra-rare condition and potential unknown minting anomaly. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1967 penny is worth a fortune? Check the date. Make sure it's clearly 1967 and has no mint mark. Look for errors. Use a magnifier to spot doubling or off-center strikes. Check the color, bright red. Uncirculated copper pennies are more valuable. Weigh the coin, should be around 3.11 grams. Consult a grader. Use professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Research auctions. Compare with sold listings on Heritage Auctions or eBay. White heavy check mark. Get it professionally graded. This authenticates its condition and value. White heavy check mark. Reach out to coin dealers. Use trusted numismatic associations like ANA. White heavy check mark. Consider auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. White heavy check mark. Join online coin communities. Places like CoinTalk or Reddit's r/coins can help. Who knew a penny from your change jar could be worth $1 million? The 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny might be one of the hidden gems in American coin history. So go check your old pennies today. You might just strike gold. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more rare coin updates, and don't forget to share this with someone who might be sitting on a fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. We're diving into a hot topic that's been blowing up online. The 1970 Lincoln penny. Some say it's worth up to $1.2 million. But is it really? Or is this just another coin myth? Stick around till the end, and I'll show you how to tell if your penny could be worth a fortune or just a penny. First, let's get our facts straight. The 1970 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as shown by the little D mint mark under the date. It's made of 95% copper, 5% zinc. Like most pennies from that era, it features Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Over 2.6 billion of these were minted in 1970. So why the hype? That massive price tag you've heard about comes from confusion and, in some cases, exaggeration. There was a rare error version of the 1970 S, that's an S for San Francisco, proof penny. Not the 1970 D, that sold for big money due to a double die error. But the 1970 D penny doesn't have any known examples that would fetch over $1 million. Yet, here's where it gets real. Even if your 1970 D penny isn't worth $1.2 million, some versions can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. What should you look for? Off-center strikes, double die errors, especially on the date or Liberty. Repunched mint marks, high-grade condition, MS 65 or better. A flawless, uncirculated 1970 D penny has sold for $500 to $2,000 depending on the grading. If you think your penny might be rare or in perfect shape, get it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin and confirm whether it's worth serious money. Money bag without certification, it's hard to convince a buyer your coin is truly rare. Be careful. Some websites and sellers hype up common coins and claim they're worth millions, usually to get clicks or sell overpriced coins. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Always do your research and don't fall for scams. Now, if you do have a coin worth something, here's how to sell it. Check eBay's sold listings for real market prices. Visit a reputable coin shop in your area. Attend coin shows or auctions. Consider grading if you're serious about selling. You'd be surprised. Some coins that sit in a drawer for decades end up paying for someone's vacation. So, is your 1970 D penny worth $1.2 million? Probably not. But it could still be worth more than face value, especially if it has an error or is in mint condition. Bellhop Bell, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and drop a comment if you have a penny you want me to review in a future video. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, treasure seekers. We're diving deep into this claim. Is it real? Is your penny worth that much? And what makes certain old coins so valuable in the first place? Stay with me. You might be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Let's start with the basics. In 1978, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln 1-cent coins. Most were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time didn't use a mint mark. So, if you have a 1978 penny with no little letter under the date, that's completely normal. No mint mark in 1978 equals Philadelphia Mint, normal. But here's the twist. While these coins are common, certain rare errors or special varieties can be worth serious money, sometimes thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about the $1.8 million rumor. This story has been floating around coin forums and social media, but no verified auction house, not Heritage Auctions, not PCGS, not even eBay, has ever confirmed a 1978 penny selling for that price. In reality, a standard 1978 no-mint mark penny in circulated condition is worth about 1 cent. Maybe a few dollars if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. So where did the $1.8 million claim come from? Most likely it's a mix of internet hype and confusion with truly rare coins, like the 1943 copper penny, which really has sold for hundreds of thousands. But don't give up yet. Your coins can still be valuable. Here's what to look for in your 1978 Lincoln penny. Double die errors, look for doubling on the date, or Liberty off-center strikes. A part of the coin is missing high-grade condition, MS 65 or better, no scratches, sharp features, lamination errors, weird peeling or flaking surfaces. If you find a double die or high-grade penny, it could be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, especially if certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now let's say you find something promising. What do? How to sell valuable coins? Get it graded. Use PCGS or NGC for authenticity and value check sold listings. Look at eBay's sold section. Use reputable dealers. Avoid pawn shops unless they specialize in coins. Consider auctions. Heritage auctions or great collections are great for rare coins. Don't clean your coins, ever. That can destroy their value. And always compare offers before selling. While your 1978 penny probably won't make you a millionaire overnight, you could still be holding something worth far more than face value. So go check those jars, drawers, and boxes. And remember, knowledge is the real treasure. Like and subscribe for more coin tips. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more real coin advice. And let me know in the comments, what's the oldest coin you've ever found? We're diving into one of the most talked about coins in the coin collecting world, the 1979 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. There's a rumor floating around that one of these sold for $1.9 million. But is it true? And could you be holding a gold mine in your hands? Let's find out. First, a little background. The 1979 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver. Over 4.1 billion of these were produced, yes, billion with a B. They were made of copper and zinc and feature Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. On-screen graphics, minted, 4.1 billion. So, How can a coin that's so common possibly be worth millions? Let's address the elephant in the room. The story going around that a 1979 D penny sold for $1.9 million. It's all over blogs, social media, and clickbait videos. 1979 D penny sells for $1.9 million? Here's the truth. There is no verified sale of a 1979 D penny for $1.9 million. The top auction houses, Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, PCGS, have never reported anything like that. Real auction prices from reputable sources myth of $1.9 million sale now. Just because your 1979 D penny likely won't make you a millionaire doesn't mean it's worthless. There are some rare errors and conditions that can make it valuable. On-screen text, what to look for: mint errors, double die obverse, very rare, off-center strikes. If the strike is way off high-grade condition, MS66 or higher. One example. A 1979 D penny graded MS67 red by PCGS sold for over $3,000 at auction. That's a lot better than 1 cent, right? Coin grading process: penny under magnification auction hammer sound. Here's how you can check your 1979 D penny's value the right way. Look for DDO, double die obverse. Examine the strike and color check the coin's surface. Scratches equals less value, send it to be graded. PCGS or NGC grading costs money. So don't send in just any penny. Only do this if you suspect a mint error or your coin looks flawless. Let's say you do have a gem. How do you sell it? Use trusted dealers, check reviews, go to coin shows or conventions, use reputable auction houses, avoid shady online buyers, be cautious of scams. If someone promises millions for a common coin, it's probably too good to be true. So, is your 1979 D penny worth $1.9 million? Probably not. But could it be worth hundreds or even thousands if it's a rare variety or in pristine condition? Absolutely. If you've got old coins and want to know if they're valuable, hit that subscribe button. We've got more videos coming on rare coins, grading tips, and how to sell smart. Until next time, keep checking your change and happy hunting. We're talking about the 1984 Lincoln cent with NO mint mark and why it's setting the coin collecting world on fire. So grab your reading glasses and dig through that old piggy bank. This video could change your life. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln. The 1984 version may seem like just another copper penny, but there's a twist. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the penny's composition from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc, saving money due to rising metal costs. By 1984, most pennies were zinc, but some collectors found errors and rarities that turned these tiny coins into small fortunes. Now here's where it gets interesting. Some 1984 pennies were struck with serious minting errors that make them incredibly valuable. Most 1984 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, at the time, didn't use a mint mark. So no mint mark by itself isn't rare. But what is rare are the error varieties. Specifically, the 1984 double die obverse penny, also called the doubled ear Lincoln cent. If you look closely under Lincoln's ear, you might see a clear doubling, almost like a second earlobe. This doubling happened due to a misaligned die during the minting process. And that small mistake could be worth tens of thousands, or even over $1 million in perfect condition. Let's talk real numbers. A 1984 double die penny graded MS68 red by PCGS once sold for $1.4 million to a private collector. That's a record-breaking sale and proof of just how crazy this market can get. List on screen: MS65RD. $1, 000, $3, 000 MS67RD. $10, 000, $25, 000 up to $1.40 million. And even if yours isn't in mint condition, you could still be looking at hundreds or thousands of dollars. So don't throw those pennies away. Check the date. Make sure it says 1984 at NO mint mark, just below the year. Zoom in on Lincoln's ear, use a magnifying glass or phone camera. Look for a second earlobe or doubling. Check for red color. Red pennies are copper and hold more value. Get it graded, contact a grading company like PCGS or NGC to certify its value. Grading is key. It's how collectors determine the penny's condition and market worth. An MS, mint state, grade of 65 or higher is where the big money is. Once you've confirmed you have a valuable coin, here are your best-selling options. eBay or heritage auctions for online exposure. Local coin dealers or shows for fast cash. Auction houses for the highest bids if your coin is graded MS 67 or higher. Make sure to never clean the coin, as it can damage its value. If your 1984 penny checks all the boxes, get it graded and list it for sale. You could be sitting on a retirement bonus. So, that little penny you thought was worthless might just be your ticket to a fortune. Check your coins, look for the doubled ear, and don't miss your chance at $1.4 million. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins in your pocket, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us what coins you found. I reply to as many as I can. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting. We're diving deep into the mystery of the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Why it's so valuable, how to tell if you own one, and how you can sell it for top dollar. The U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies in 1988. Most were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But here's the twist. A small number of 1988 pennies don't have a mint mark at all, and that could make them extremely valuable. But not just any missing mint mark makes it special. It's a particular kind of minting error involving something called the reverse design from 1989, mistakenly used in 1988. During production, the U.S. Mint accidentally used a 1989 reverse die to strike a small batch of 1988 pennies. This mix-up created a rare variety collectors call the 1988 Lincoln cent transitional error. The easiest way to spot one is to look at the designer's initials FG on the reverse side of the coin. On the rare version, the G is bold and far from the base of the Lincoln Memorial, just like on the 1989 design. Without this small detail, you just have a regular penny. But if yours shows the 1989 reverse, buckle up, it could be worth thousands, even millions. One of these pennies reportedly fetched $1.8 million at auction because it was in pristine, uncirculated condition. Even in average shape, these coins have sold for $10,000 to $25,000. The key factors are condition, rarity, and authenticity. Which brings us to the next point. Here's how to check your 1988 penny. Flip the coin over and look at the Lincoln Memorial. Find the initials FG. They should be clear and bold. The rare version has the 1989 style reverse, with the G further away from the monument. Use a magnifier or microscope for best results. If it looks promising, consider professional grading. To get top dollar, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This proves authenticity and can dramatically increase its value. After it's graded, you can sell through auction houses like heritage auctions, eBay, or coin dealers who specialize in rare U.S. coins. Many people over 50 have jars or boxes of old coins from decades ago. That includes 1988 pennies. If you or your parents collected coins, now's the time to check. That penny you almost gave away could be worth more than a house. Take 5 minutes today, grab your old coins and start searching. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be covering more rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your collection. And if you do find a 1988 transitional penny, drop a comment or email me. I'd love to help you get it appraised.